Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm reviewing notebooks and a planner pad from MARK+FOLD. Now MARK+FOLD is a UK based company that make super high quality diaries, notebooks, planners, desk pads, that kind of stuff. And I'm very, very lucky to be able to look at a couple of these today. Now, they are primarily a UK based company. They've recently found a stocker here in Australia, in Melbourne, my own city. And so I thought now is a good time to look at these. So what we've got here today is the A5 notebook, this is the Mist notebook, one of their limited edition numbered editions, which I'll come back to. And then the planner pad, which is a A5 desk pad. So we're going to look at both of these. I've tested the paper and we're just going to have a bit of a chat. Okay, so let's start with the notebook. So it's a A5 notebook. I said it is a limited edition. So basically, this is a cardstock covered notebook. And occasionally they make these limited edition numbered editions of 100 of these, and this is the Mist. So they come with like different colors. They will have this like little colored accent on the cover, on the corner there, on the edge, little cardboard sort of cover band, and it's a very simple, elegant notebook. Barely nothing, not even like a printed branding, and beautifully, and when I say beautifully embossed, it is beautifully embossed. If we look at the reverse of that, you can see just how clean and beautifully that is done. So it is what I consider to be a very high quality product. As I said, simple, elegant, refined, nice cardstock cover, good quality lined paper. Now it comes in a number of different versions: lined, ruled, lined, blank, dot grid, stuff like that. And all things like the way the lines are set out and the line ruling, it's all taken and done in accordance with their customer base. So they get feedback, they continue to grow and develop. So let's have a look at this page at the back here where I've written a bit of information. So it says it's got 128 pages. The paper is made in Scotland. It is thread sewn and bound. So with glue. So basically you've got these little thread bound signatures of there, and then it's glued in. And what that means is that the way it's glued is that means that we get a lay flat notebook. So with just a little bit of sort of manipulation, it stays nice and flat because that binding is done that way, which is beautiful. It works really, really nicely. I said it's a numbered edition. As I said, this is from a 2021 or 2021 set. It's got 350 GSM card cover, which is actually very, very nice. These kind of notebooks are great in notebook covers, but if you wanted to have this outside of a notebook cover, that gives you enough stability to, for it not to get sort of too banged up. Fountain pen friendly, this is what it says on the website, and I've written with a bunch of pens and fountain pens over here on the other side, which we're going to cover in just a second. And then it is sustainably produced paper, which is super, super important. Love that. So what does it retail for? Well, so this is one of the numbered editions, and these retail for £28 in the UK. So it is a premium product. Their everyday notebooks, which are their sort of standard run, retail for £20. Now, this is from Neil Wallace Printmaking Supplies here in Melbourne. They are the supplier in Australia for MARK+FOLD, and I'm so glad that they have them here in Australia. And this retails for $50.74 on the website as I'm filming this video. So, as I said, it is premium, but you're getting good quality paper, handmade, boutique, small run. It's, so this is even a limited edition. And actually, they've written in the front here, 38 of 100. So each is individually numbered. So what did I write in here? Well, let's zoom in and have a bit of a closer look. So as per usual, when doing these notebook reviews, I've written with a range of different pens. A Pilot Metropolitan Medium with Pilot Black, a Lamy Safari Extra Fine with Pilot Rochizuku Kujaku, Diplomat Aero with a medium nib with Robert Oster Tranquility, or as that looks, Franquility, an Opus 88 Coloro with a broad nib, with Diamine Syrah, and then just to test it out, a Jinhao 992 with fine nib with Noodler's Bay State Blue, an ink that a lot of paper does not enjoy. Here I've done a swatch of Monteverde California Teal to see if we get any sheen, and there is a little bit of sheen just around the edges. This is a heavy sheening ink, so this is not like super sheeny, sheen-inducing paper. And then I've just done a couple of water tests with Robert Oster Blue Water Ice just to see how things move around. Then aside from fountain pens, I've written with a Retro 51 rollerball, a Lamy rollerball, which is quite wet, a Pilot G2 gel pen, a Fisher Space ballpoint pen, a Pigma Micron fine liner, a Tombow 2B pencil, which I've then erased, and it does fairly well. That's actually pretty good. And then I went over it with a highlighter. So this was with the Fisher Space pen. There was a little bit of smearing. So function of the pen, because with the regular ballpoint pen, nothing smeared. And then we have a Sharpie there. So let's look at the reverse of this page and see how fountain pen friendly it is. Well, apart from the Bay State Blue, which tries to come through, nothing comes through other than the Sharpie and a little bit of the swatch, which, you know, we are putting down a lot of ink for that. There is ghosting. You can see through the page, but it's not super bad. I think most people would be quite comfortable writing on both sides of this paper. It's fairly, I wouldn't say it's heavy paper, but it's got a nice and sort of sturdy paper. I couldn't find anywhere officially that well, maybe I missed it, but I couldn't find anywhere officially that said the weight of the paper. But, you know, I'd be guessing it's going to be, based on the feel of it, probably close to 90 GSM, at least. But yeah, everything looks nice on the surface as well. Like all the inks, the colors of the inks come up well. The shading, there's a little bit of sheen here and there. All the lines are really nice and tight. And as I said, the erasing went really well. So it's super quality paper. I would be more than happy writing with this sort of, you know, on this paper with just about anything. And, you know, based on these kind of other factors involved, you know, like the fact that it's sustainably produced, it's sort of all kind of hand done. They're all hand packaged, and, you know, it's very individualized, numbered editions in some cases, all of that. It is kind of good. You are paying a premium price for this and for the Mark & Fold items, particularly once they come out to Australia. But if you buy directly from Mark & Fold, if you're in the UK, you know, you are getting good quality products at a, you know, a decent, a price where the value matches, I think. So yes, this was the A5 Mist notebook. This beautiful sort of like cream cover with the bright yellow accent on the edge of the page there. Nice thread bound, nice line. This is a nice notebook. Let's now have a look at the planner pad. So the planner pad is also done in batches. This is batch 6 of 200 from December 2020. And you can see on the back there, it's batch 6, December 2020, number 143 of 200. So this is an A5 pad, and I'm going to take this belly band off now. I use this, I set this up on my desk for yesterday when I was writing the review of this. And so I had a bit of a play with it, which I'll show you in just a second. But basically the page is divided into 3 columns, a blank, a grid, and then a sort of a task page. It's a very small grid. If I pull up my ruler, you can see the grid is barely more than like 2 millimeters, maybe just over 2. It's a small grid. So this gives you flexibility while giving you some structure, which is kind of nice. Here is the page I had going yesterday. So I filmed this on Saturday the 18th of June. Well, I had this set up on the 18th of June. And so the way I used it was task list, obviously. You know, down the side, you know, write Mark & Fold review, you know, general sorts of stuff. This I used for my practice schedule, what I needed to focus on, and then general note-taking during the day. And I just cordoned this off just to write some details, which let's go over here. So it's A5 with tear-off pages, as you can see. So this one comes off, it's just glued across the top. Nicely done. FSC certified, once again, sustainable. It's got 180 GSM Olin paper pages, made in Scotland with a 300 GSM backing. Once again, with a very nice, crisp embossing of their logo and website. Beautifully done, really beautifully done. It's designed in London and printed and bound in Aberdeenshire. Shire. So in the UK, this retails for £16. That's on the Mark and Fold website as it stands when it's in stock. In Australia, this is labelled on the website. It's still $50.74. That's on the Neil's website, same as where the notebook was from. I'll link to their website as well as the Mark and Fold website in the description below. I think that at £16, this is kind of like the top end of what you would expect for this kind of product. But it is good quality paper. Like that was a number of lines of ink, but in everyday sort of general writing, nothing has come through. But this is also the kind of product that you would primarily use single-sided and then kind of discard. You could easily still use the other side if you need to take rough notes and things like that. But this is where this page does its work. And I think the structure of a blank, a grid, and then the task section is a nice way of structuring the page. I think the fact that it's A5 means that it fits nicely on the desk amongst other things. It's not going to get in the way, yet it still gives you plenty of room for those individual sorts of however you decide to use those pages. It's nice. It's the kind of thing I really enjoy. I've tended to use things like palm cards and stuff like that for like individual day lists. This is something where you can take notes of the day but have your lists there, and it's all kind of in the one place. Meaning that things like your bullet journals or your planners don't get overcrowded with sort of like the business of the day. So I really like this kind of structured system. As I said, I think at £16 it is about as much as is about at the top of the price point. It is good quality paper, and it is individually done. They are done in batches. They're numbered from a boutique, still relatively boutique retailer, but super high quality, well planned. I love the fact that it's not super dark print. I'll bring up a blank one. It's not super dark. It's kind of it's a grey print, and that means that it's not sort of too harsh or in the way. You can see with the black writing, you can see all the structure there, but as I said, it doesn't get in the way, and I like that a lot. So this was the planner pad from Mark and Fold, and we also had the A5 notebook. In this version is the Mist notebook, this particular edition. From Mark and Fold, really interesting stuff, beautiful quality. As I said, they have a lot of things like diaries and planners, and their diary is becoming quite popular. And it's certainly something I'm thinking about for next year. If it's got good quality paper like this, good layout, good design, good sort of structure, all those kinds of things, this is the kind of company that I really enjoy and love to support. So check out the websites below. If you're in Australia, you can order these things directly from Neil's, which is linked down below. But check out the website, see what they do, follow them on Instagram because their stuff is beautiful and they're super open about the process, which I really love. So Mark and Fold, or check it out. I think they're worth looking at. I hope you found this video interesting and useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications button if you want to stay up to date with the videos that I produce, and please feel free to get in touch using any of the platforms listed below. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at @the_offstage_me, or you can contact me on any of my videos here or drop me an email, which is listed down below. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, or if there is a way you would like to support the channel by sponsoring a review or providing an item for review, I would love to hear from you. A big thank you to Mark and Fold and to Niels for supporting this video. Check them out. In the meantime, enjoy your pens and paper and all your assorted stationery products, and I'll talk to you soon.